Hello, and welcome to Part 9, Difficult Three-Corner Scenarios. And this is actually the second video dealing with difficult three-corner scenarios. If you missed the first video, which would be Part 8, go ahead and click here and it'll take you back. Okay, let's look at another situation. I want you to hold your cube again, red, white, and blue on the right side. And I want you to do this. Take this back face and rotate it to the right, just like that. Okay? And now I want you to do your commutator on these three corners. 1, 2, 3. Just like we did in the last situation. We're going to cycle these three corners. So it looks like this. Okay? And then do it again before you do anything else. So we're doing 2 right side commutators. Okay? And then when you're done, you can undo that conjugate. Okay? And your cube should look like this. Red, white, and blue is in the back corner. And then these two pieces just like this in the front. Okay? So hopefully you have your cube set up like that. Now we're going to add one other thing to it. We're going to take all 3 of those unsolved corners and we're going to twist them to the left. Okay? So this one to the left, this one to the left, and this one to the left. Okay? This one's going to seem a little complicated, and you might wonder why I'm showing it to you. And part of the reason I'm showing this to you is because you're going to see the same situation when we get to 5 corners, 5 unsolved corners. So better to learn it now on 3 than struggle with it when we get to 5. Okay, so your cube should look like this. Go ahead and just double check. And let's start off looking at the first corner. Let's say this red, white, and blue is our first corner. If you look at that corner, you'll see that it is oriented correctly, but we can't use it. It's a bad piece because it's across from where it belongs. So that corner is no good. Let's look at the next corner. Okay, I have a blue, yellow, and red piece. Is that corner a good piece? And again, a good piece is a piece that we can use to begin our commutator. And the answer is no, we can't. It is adjacent to where it belongs, right? It does belong here. It should move from here to here. The problem is that it's not oriented correctly, so we can't use it. What does that mean? Well, if we have 2 bad corners, then that means that this third corner has to be good. It has to be good, because otherwise there's no way to solve the cube, right? But it doesn't mean that we have our choice of which of these colors to choose, okay? So it doesn't mean that I can begin my commutator with either green, orange, or white. In most cases, I can probably only use one of them, okay? How do we figure this out? How do we check this? Well, it's just as simple as taking the green. Let's start with the green. Taking the green and moving it up to the green side. Okay? Now here's the green side. If I move this piece up to the green side, that makes it oriented correctly, right? But, as you might be able to see, it's not going to work because this piece is across from where it belongs. And as we've said, across is no good. We need it to be adjacent. So, let me put that piece back down. Green is no good. How about orange? Let me bring the orange up to the orange side. This piece now is oriented correctly, right, for the orange side. But it is also no good. We can't use it because white and green belong here, okay? And as you may have already figured out, you can actually determine if a piece is not good just by looking at these 2 side colors here. Okay, as you can see, green is across from blue on the cube. White is across from yellow on the cube, which tells me that this piece is across from where it belongs. So, white's no good, green's no good. That tells me, oops, what am I doing? Don't do what I'm doing. Okay, let me put that back. What that tells me is that this white sticker has to be the key to solving the cube, okay? When I bring this white sticker up to the white side, it's going to be oriented correctly and it's going to be adjacent to where it belongs. It has to be, Okay, so let's do it. I bring the white up to the white side. I see that it is now oriented correctly, and it's adjacent to where it belongs, like that. Now, the only thing I need to do is look for the piece that goes here, okay? What color do I want here? Well, again, we said it's not going to be the green, even though this is the green side. It's going to be the color that matches this color. So this is blue, I need blue to go here. Where is the blue that goes there? Well, in this situation, you'll see that it's always here. It's always hiding in the back. So I just take that blue sticker, rotate it around to the front. Now I do my right side commutator, and I'm going to be cycling these 3 corners. Okay? And now I have to undo my conjugate. And we're done. Okay? Let's look at another one, a little bit different. And actually, this is going to be the most difficult of all the different situations that we've seen so far. What we're going to be doing now is creating this situation. Okay? We still have 3 unsolved corners, but they're all spread out. Okay, as you can see, this one is at this end, this one's at this end, this one's at the bottom. I think of this as like a Y formation because that's what I call it. I call it the Y formation because to me it kind of looks like a Y. So like this is one line, this is one line, and then this is the other line. So it kind of looks like a Y. And at the end of each arm of the Y is your unsolved corner. So we want to create this on your cube. So let me show you how we're going to do that. Take your cube, hold it like this, and I want you to rotate this corner here, just like that. Okay? Now we're going to go ahead and cycle 3 corners, 1, 2, and 3, this one. Okay? We're going to do that on the right side. I'll do it slowly. You can do it along with me. Okay. Double check, make sure your cube looks like this. And as I said, this is the most difficult of all the 3 corner scenarios. The good news is that there's 2 versions of it, and the first version isn't too bad, okay? So double check, make sure your cube looks like that while I take a drink. Okay, and let's continue on. Now, let's start with this first corner. Red, white, and green, okay? You can see that this corner is oriented correctly for the red side, but we can't use it. Can you see why? Yeah, it's across from where it belongs. So that corner is no good. Let's take a look at, let's see, which corner do we want to use? Let's take a look at this blue, white, and orange piece, okay? Can I use a conjugate here to orient this white sticker? And I can. I just push this white sticker forward, that moves it to the top, it's oriented correctly, and it's now adjacent to where it belongs. Kind of good, okay? All I need to do now is to think about the piece that goes here. What do I need? Well, I need white. Where's that white sticker? Here it is. I just moved that white sticker around to the front. And now I perform my commutator, okay? Cube looks a little messy, but don't worry about it. It's going to be the same 8 moves, and I'll do it with you. 1, 2, 3. Rotate this one up. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we undo our conjugates. 1 and 2. Okay? And that was with 2 conjugates. And you don't have to do this along with me, but let me show that to you again. You can just follow along on this one. There is another way of doing that with only 1 conjugate, so I'm going to show it to you real quick. Using this 3rd corner that we didn't look at yet, I move the blue to the top. Okay, that allows me to move this blue sticker, or I'm sorry, the red, blue, and yellow is now adjacent to where it belongs. And as you can see, the blue sticker that belongs here is already in front. So just 1 conjugate. and I'd be able to solve the cube. So 2 options, and this one is actually a little bit quicker. Okay? All right, let's make it more complicated. Here's what I want you to do. Take this sticker, or actually no, I guess you're going to have to recreate this scenario again. So let me do that along with you. Okay? So here's how we did it. Take your cube, rotate this corner over here, and now if you remember, we're going to cycle this corner, and this corner. Move this one here. Okay. Double check your cube, make sure it looks like that. We're back to that Y formation. And now we're going to make things a little more complicated. Okay, here's what I want to do. Take this first corner, which is white, orange, and blue, give it a twist to the right. Then come over here to the blue, red, and yellow, give that one a twist to the left. And then let's look at this third corner that we did not touch. We've already talked about this piece. This was that piece that was oriented correctly for the red side, but it's no good because it's across from where it belongs. Well, guess what? By twisting those other 2 corners, we've just created that same situation for all 3 corners. Here's what I'm talking about. Look at the second corner. White is oriented correctly, but it's across from where it belongs, which means we cannot use it. Look at the blue piece here. Blue, yellow, red. This blue is oriented correctly, but we can't use it because it's across from where it belongs. And across is no good. So if you think about it, we have 3 unsolved corners, and all 3 of them are bad. We cannot use any of them the way they are right now. So that's going to make you wonder, how do I begin my commutator, okay, if I can't use any of these 3 pieces? Well, here's what I want you to do. Take your cube and hold it like this, with the green, with the green side in the front. White on top, green in front, okay? And I'm going to give you a little hint on this. We're going to solve the cube using this piece that's down here. It's the white, red, and green piece, okay? Now, you've already learned what to do in this situation, right? If this white sticker is on the bottom, okay, I need a conjugate to orient it correctly. Conjugate to move it up to the white side, which is the top. So right now the white sticker's on the bottom. I need to move it up top to the white. But there's going to be a problem when I do that, and watch. This white sticker, when I move it up top, is going to put that piece right here. Okay? So look at that again. Right now this sticker's on the bottom right side of the cube, right? Bottom right. It's going to, with the conjugate, it's going to move to the top left side. And here's what it looks like. Okay? So now it's on top, and it's on the top left side of my cube, holding it with green in front. And you might be wondering, why is that a problem? Well, it's oriented correctly, but what do you notice? It's across from where it belongs. And as we've been saying all along, across does not help us, right? I need this piece to be adjacent to where it belongs, which means I need this corner to move here in order to get it here, okay? So how am I going to do that? How can I bring up this piece from the bottom so that it goes here instead of here? Seems impossible, right? Let's go ahead and put it back down, okay? Hold the cube again with green in the front. Let's talk about it again. This sticker's on the bottom right. We know it's going to move to the top left, but we don't want it on the top left. We want it on the top right, which means it's like saying we want to take this piece and move it straight up here. Well, there's no way to do that, right? How's that possible to move this up here? Well, if you think about it, if the piece here being on the bottom right is going to move to the top left, then it would also say that if this piece was here on the bottom left, then it would move up to the top right where we want it. So all we have to do is a conjugate to move this white sticker over here. That's it. Now, because I've changed the location of this piece, when I perform my conjugate, and this will be the second conjugate, right, because the first conjugate was just moving it here. When I perform the second conjugate and bring it up top, Now it's adjacent to where it belongs, okay? Because that piece is going to look like that. Hopefully that made sense. That was 2 conjugates just to get the first corner in the right location, okay? And if you're thinking that was hard, just wait, it gets worse. Now, we can't perform our commutator yet, right? We always have to look at this sticker and say what color goes here, okay? I bet you would have said orange, because this sticker is orange, right? Which means this one has to be orange. And not so fast. Take a look at this corner, okay? Let's take a look at what's going to go here. What piece is going to go here? Is it going to be a corner piece that has blue and orange? Or is it going to be a corner piece that has yellow and red? Okay. Well, as you can see, there are 2 pieces here for yellow and red, right? This blue and orange is all by itself. So we're not trying to match this piece. We're trying to match a piece to go with these 2 pieces. So the corner piece that's going to go here is going to be yellow and red, okay? Where is that yellow and red piece? Well, it's right here, okay, where it very often is. It's hiding on the bottom, yellow and red. Where's this yellow sticker going to go? Well, it's going to go here, next to this yellow. Where's this red sticker going to go? Well, it's going to go here, next to this red sticker. Which means, if you think about it, I need the blue sticker to go here. This blue sticker. In order for this blue sticker to go here, I need to move that blue sticker all the way around to the front. Whew! Okay, now we are ready to perform our commutator. But wait, don't rush it. Need to remember a couple things. The commutator is the easy part, right? Because the 8 moves are always the same, pretty much. The tricky part here is that when we're done, we're going to have to undo not 1, not 2, but 3 different conjugates, starting with this first one, okay, or starting with this third one, right, because we do it in reverse order. When I'm done, I'm going to have to turn this back around. And one thing I don't want you to get confused by are all 3 of these blue stickers here, okay? These 2 blues we don't care about. This is the blue sticker we care about, okay? This is the piece that's going to move here. Okay, so when I perform my commutator, I'm going to rotate this corner up here. And you can do it along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I have to undo my 3 conjugates. 1, 2, and 3. And you may have noticed that the cube looked incredibly messed up before we did that. So messed up that it seems like it's going to be impossible to solve the cube in what is really just 11 moves, right? 8 moves in the commutator plus the 3 conjugates. 11 moves solve the cube from that messed up position. So pretty cool. Good news for you, that's it for 3-corner scenarios. It doesn't get any harder than that, except now that we're moving on to 4-corner scenarios. So when you're feeling brave enough, we'll start looking at situations where you will have 4 unsolved corners, and we will get to that next. And if you're ready now, go ahead and click here.